Welcome to Ghost Stories Episode 5, the podcast that highlights the incredible individuals of Kaukauna High School, the home of the Galloping Ghosts. My name is Aaron Herm. I'm the proud principal, and I'm very excited about our international episode that we have today. We have 5 countries represented around the table right now because we have our foreign exchange students who are joining us at Kaukauna High School all with us today. So let's go around the table, introduce yourselves, and where you are from, starting with Sal.
Hi, my name is Salome, also called Sal. I'm an exchange student from France, and I'm really excited to be here during this week.
I am Camille, and I come from Belgium. I am here for the whole school year, and I'm really excited about this podcast.
Hi, I'm Giovanna. I'm from Brazil, and I'm really excited to be here and to have this opportunity.
Hi, my name is Kosta. I come from North Macedonia, a country in Southeast Europe, and I'm really excited to be a Galloping Ghost this year.
This is really neat. I don't know about you, but I have never been around the table and had a conversation with people from all different countries like this before. Have you?
Never.
This is cool. I'm also very excited to mention that Brianna Moody is here with us today. She's the communications and marketing coordinator for the district. She's been behind the scenes of every single episode and has been so instrumental to this podcast, but she is on the mic today. Hi, Brianna.
Hey, good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. I'm excited to be on the podcast finally.
Thank you.
All right, so let's start just by sharing a little bit about your country. So what is it that you would like everybody who's listening just to know about where you're from?
So I came from France. I think everybody knows the country because of Paris. Obviously, when I'm thinking about France, I'm thinking about food. And I love French food. And yeah, that's it.
So what part of France are you from? What city? Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from?
I'm from the southeast. I'm from the city that is called Lyon. It's really pretty. I love this city. And I don't live in the city. I live in a suburb, in the area around the city. And yeah, I really like it.
So I come from Belgium, and the thing that I'm thinking about my country when people ask me what is interesting about it is the history of that country. Because we are a small country, and we were belonging to France, we were belonging to the Netherlands, we were belonging to Germany at some points. So it's really interesting because we speak 3 languages because of that history. And a fun fact that I really love is that if you're a history fan, you should come to Belgium because we have the most castle density per square kilometers. So it's really cool. We have a lot of castles.
That is a cool fact.
So out of those 3 languages, which one do you speak all 3 of them, or which one would you say is your primary language?
Okay, so my native language is French. So I currently speak French, and then we speak German and Flemish.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'm from Brazil. And what I think about my country is soccer. Because everyone, when I say that I'm from Brazil, everyone just asks me about soccer. We won 5 times the World Cup. And then people know because of our soccer players Neymar and Vini Jr. are the most known ones. So soccer is something that is really in Brazil's culture. I don't play. I don't know exactly. I'm really bad at it. But yeah, we have also Rio de Janeiro. Everyone's know that big statue, Christ statue. Yeah, but I'm from São Paulo, capital. It's a big city. It's the biggest city of America Latina. It's the biggest city.
Isn't that where the Packers just played in Brazil?
Yeah.
So did you have family go to the game at all?
Yeah, I had my friends. They were all there. And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny because I left there and
then they followed you there. That's crazy. Yep. So what's your primary language, would you say?
Portuguese. Sometimes people just ask me if I speak Spanish or something, but Brazil's language, we speak Portuguese.
It's Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Kosta.
So I come from a even smaller country than Belgium, as she said. I come from a country called North Macedonia. And we were actually we were in Southeast Europe, as I said, and we were a part of the Republic of Yugoslavia back from 1918 to 19 something. I think I said it right. So, but after our leader, Josip Broz Tito, as they called him, died, because of the differences of our cultures, because Yugoslavia was a republic of 7 countries, there was a lot of diversity in the land that we all lived in. So every country became their own independent country, and Macedonia became an independent country on the 8th of September 1991. And since then, we've been an independent country. So we border with 5 countries: Kosovo, Serbia, Albania, Bulgaria, and Greece. And the fun thing about North Macedonia is that the main religion is the Christian Orthodoxy, the Eastern Orthodox, and we have a city that is valuable to that religion, and it's called Ohrid, and it has a church for every day of the year. So it has 365 churches. It's like a fun fact about our country.
So what's your primary language then?
My primary language is North Macedonian, and to make something clear, we changed our name to North Macedonia because of politics. We were just Macedonia, and no, there's no South Macedonia.
I didn't know that. So one of the things that's really cool to me about this is that we all come from very different backgrounds, and now we have this shared experience here in Wisconsin. And I'm wondering, what are your impressions like when you first got here, and maybe how has that changed as you've been able to spend more time here in Kaukauna and at our school?
So there was a lot of difference for me, a lot of culture shock, like the air conditioner, for example. Like when I get here in August, even outside, it was really cold for me, and I had a sweater every time. So I had a sweater outside that would cold outside, and I went inside with the air conditioner. I was even more cold. So yeah, it was difficult at first. And I like how Americans are friendly. Like, you smile a lot, and I love the small talk, which we don't have that in France. People don't smile a lot. And I feel like here people are really friendly, and I love that. And I had a big culture shock with food too. Like, food is really important for me. So yeah.
Talk more about that, because you said you love the food in France.
Yeah.
So talk about your impressions of American food.
Like at first I have to talk like about my school, because like in France I'm in specialized school. Like I'm learning about, like I have cooking class and serving class. I'm learning everything about restaurant and hotel. So like all my classes are about food. So that's why it's so important to me, and that's why I like it. So when I get here, and like I love cooking and making my lunch and my meal and all that. And when I get here, like my family went to a lot of restaurants at first. So it was great, but I don't know. I just love making my meal. And now I'm making more my meal, but I don't know. It's not the same. Because like I feel like all the food do not taste the same.
Can you talk about like what were some of your favorite things in France? Like, what are your favorite foods from your country?
I don't know if I can answer that. There is really a lot of things. But I love making cake. And I like making crepes, which is really easy to make. But every time I make those, people were really happy and asked me to do them again. So maybe I can do for you one day if you want to.
I don't know, Mr. Herm. I would love that.
I would love that.
Some real French crepes. That sounds amazing.
Yep. It sounds like a good breakfast one day.
It is a good breakfast. A really good one.
Okay, so in Belgium, at first, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to the US. And like the adults that I would tell that to would be like, oh, what are you going to do there? Like, why? And when I would tell that to my friends, they would be like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. You will go and see like the football. You can go and see like the basketball, which is huge in their culture. And I came here and I was like, yeah, no, I won't have that big of a culture shock. And then I had a huge culture shock because I was like, okay, people are really friendly. Because Belgian people are really friendly too, but that's different. Like, yeah, as Sal said, everybody is always smiling. And at first I thought that everybody was fake to me because I'm really not used to that positivity. But I heard that it was like the Midwest thing.
Midwest nice?
Yep. So I was like, okay, maybe that's not everywhere, but I like it. And then, yeah, the air conditioning is just a struggle to me. And you don't have any sidewalks in the country, like only in big cities. And
That's true.
Yeah, and we have sidewalks everywhere. And I love to walk. Like when I'm bored, I like to go in my village because I live in a village and just walk on the sidewalk. And here you don't have that. So it's really complicated.
I agree. That's one of the things I appreciated about my trips to Europe was walking on the sidewalks, and everybody walks and there's not cars just everywhere.
Plus, there is a lot of public transport.
Correct.
So it's really like I live in the south of Belgium. So I'm like 2 minutes away from France and 10 minutes away from Luxembourg. So every Wednesdays with my friends, we finish like at 11:35 a.m. We finish school. Every Wednesdays, you always finish early, like every school. And so we would go to the train station and we would go to Luxembourg to eat and then to go shopping because shopping is really fun. And then we would just come back because there is like train every hours and there are buses every hours. And in Luxembourg, there's trains like every 15 minutes. That's so cool. But here you don't have public transport, so we always have to ask our friends to give us rides. That's embarrassing.
I really like that about Europe because you can really go to country like really easily. Like, for example, a lot of people like are living in France but working in Switzerland because it's paid more. So yeah, because Switzerland it's really a wealthy country and France is cheaper. So they work in Switzerland and go back to France for like their home.
It's like my parents, so they're divorced, and my mom lives in Belgium, but she works in Luxembourg, and she has like 20 minutes, a 20-minute drive to go to her work. And Luxembourg is a really small country, but those people are rich, like really, really rich. And so she would go there, and she is paid maybe like twice as much, just going 20 minutes further than if she would work in Belgium.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's why we don't like French people, because they're coming from France, working in Belgium.
That's true.
And they cannot drive, but that's just me.
I feel like American drive are too polite. Like you are waiting for people passing and stuff like that. In France, we don't have that. We just pass.
Okay, no, because like my host dad is an angry driver, and I have a lot of friends that are angry drivers, so I don't agree with you right now. I have so many examples.
Thank you for that. This is fascinating. Giovanna, you want to go next?
Oh, yeah. Just complimenting. Like, how old do you need to have to drive? You too?
18.
Oh, yeah. For us, it's the same. Because here, everyone, like, all my friends, like, they have, like, 16, 17, and they all drive. And we just can't get our license with 18. So it's something that I'm like, oh, my gosh, everyone just drives.
So you wouldn't see a school with a big parking, like a high school with a big parking lot like we have?
No. Yeah.
In France, in my high school, we don't have a parking lot. But like that kind of makes sense that we don't have car because the high school take a lot of our free time. So we don't have a job. So we don't really need a car for something. And we have a lot of public transport if we need to.
Yeah. I think that in America, you can't be without a car. Like everyone has to have a car because there's no way of like getting from one to another place. I think that car is really important to have it here. And I agree with the Americans having like driving license at 16-year-old earlier because they need it more than we do because we have more public transport and stuff.
Yeah, and we can't work too, so it's something.
In Brazil, you cannot work?
No, just with 18 we can work.
Really?
Yeah.
We can,
For me, it's the same.
yeah,
Interesting.
we can start working in Belgium. We can start working at 16. And since you're considered as a student, you don't pay any taxes on what you earn. And in Luxembourg, you can start working at 15. So I was working since I was 15. And in Luxembourg, I was making a lot of money. So that was cool.
Yeah. If we work like under 18, it's like against like laws. So we have like problems with that.
Interesting.
And I heard that here, if you wanted to work, like some people could work at like 14, but they just needed like a permit. Right?
Yep, that's correct. Yep. Depends on the job. Not every job will hire 14-year-olds, but a lot of times it's 16, sometimes 15, sometimes 14.
Any other impressions that you had, Giovanna, that were different from theirs?
I didn't have this big like cultural shock because I've been here for like 5 times. So like,
Okay.
yeah, just like Florida, like I've been to Florida before. I kind of know the foods and I know what I was gonna see here, like I was expecting. It's like a culture that I really admire and everything. So I didn't have this shock with foods and everything. And some of the like fast foods that you have here, we have in Brazil too, like Wendy's, Starbucks, McDonald's. We all have this in Brazil. So I didn't have this big shock, like the same as they said, like some things that are different, some foods, but it's not that big thing because I've been here before. So I kind of know what I was going to face.
Although the weather's about to get a little bit different than it was in Florida.
Oh, yeah, like Brazil's weather, like climate, it really looks like Florida because it's hot like all over the year. Like I've never seen snow. It will be my first time.
That's exciting.
That's so
yeah,
great.
I'm excited for that. Brazil is like a tropical country. Like it's really hot. It will be like for us the minimum in Celsius. I know you guys use like Fahrenheit, but for us like in Celsius the minimum is like 4. I know
It's like 39 Fahrenheit.
Oh yeah, 39. I don't know if Kosta like for him it's Celsius too.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
it is.
Yeah.
We all use the metric system, guys. There's only 3 countries that use your system, and you're part of it. So I don't get why, because you're a huge country. Use the metric system. I don't understand anytime somebody is speaking.
And for example, they ask you how tall you are, and I can say like 181 centimeters or 181 meters. They say like 6 foot. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
That was a crazy thing, because like in my applied science class, we were learning about the metric system. So obviously, I was really good at it since I'm working with that since at school. And like people in my class wouldn't understand anything about it, because like that's not how you function. So I was like helping some people, and they were like, oh my gosh, that's so weird. Every time we have to use the metric system for any classes, I feel so smart.
Kosta, impressions?
The biggest culture shock for me was, to be honest, school. Because school here lasts so long through the day. Like I come at 7:30 and finish at like 3, which is not normal for me, because I would go to school like from 7:30 and I'll finish at like 12:30. Because every class is 45 minutes, and the biggest break that we have is 15 minutes to 20 minutes. That was a really different thing for me, and coming to school with a school bus, because even though me and my friends don't drive and we live far away from the school in my city, because I live in one of the most popular cities in North Macedonia. I mean, in that country, how popular can the city be? But most of the presidents and of the democracy group, is that how you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the presidents and the main people live in that city. So I can say it's a pretty popular city in my country. So we live like further from the school. And if we want to go to school, if we're late, if we can't walk, we just call a taxi. Taxis are a big thing in my country. And they're even like $2.
Yeah. When you mentioned your school hours, everybody around the table's mouths just like fell open.
That's crazy. I'm shocked right now. School day here are so short for me.
Short?
So short. In France, it depends of your school. But a lot of school, like in high school, we start at 8 and we finish at 6. Sometimes 5, sometimes 4, but most of the time it's around 5 and 6. It's really depend of your high school. Sometimes some high school have Wednesday afternoon free, but not all the school. So yeah, that's really crazy for me. And that's why we don't have work. That's why we don't have car. That's really crazy. I'm shocked.
That's why we have a lot of school breaks that you don't guys have here.
Yeah, we get a lot of vacation.
Yeah, in Belgium, school is, so my high school was from 8:15 to 4 p.m. So I feel like it's just like a random day. That's not, but then I have like 1 hour of bus to go home, like 45 minutes, but with the traffic and everything, it's like 1 hour. So I'm at home at 7 p.m. And then, yeah, it's really hard to do activities because you don't do any sports through your school. So if you want to do something, it's nothing is school affiliated.
Yep.
Nothing. So it's really different from here. And like, yeah, it's literally you go to school, you do your job, and then you go home, and then you have your life. But like everything is so separated, and that's really different from here. And the 2 last weeks, all my friends were in like a school break. Because since you have that much school, then you need those breaks not to die.
So do you have, like we have a big chunk of time off in the summer? Do you have that or do you go year round?
So we have like 2 months during the summer. And then we have like 2 weeks around like Halloween, 2 weeks around Christmas, 2 weeks around like Ashes Wednesday, and 2 weeks around Easter. It's always about like
Holidays.
Yeah, holidays, but like religious holidays.
Yeah.
So now they don't. So the first break of the year would be like the Day of the Death break, but now we just call it like the fall break because like including people that are not religious anymore. And
So you see, you were shocked about my school, but we don't have that much breaks. We just have a summer break and a winter break. And the thing with my school is we may be like a short amount of time in the school, but school is so hard. Like I can't even like explain how easy school is here for the students.
Yeah.
It
Because a
is.
lot of students like complain about the school in the United States. My teachers, if someone talks a little bit in the class, you're getting kicked out, you're getting sent to the principal. And a teacher can, for example, say, "Hey, Kosta, can you stand up today and tell me what we learned the past month?" And like, I need to know what we learned the past month. So you need to be prepared every day because the teacher can just say, "Stand up," and now I'm grading you out of nowhere. And I've been how do I say, a victim of that a lot of times.
And like for me in Brazil, like I didn't know, but like it really looks like, as Kosta said, like we start at 7 and we are done at like midday. So for me here, it's really like long, the classes and everything. And yeah.
Yeah, and the first month I had a lot of headaches because I couldn't like sit at the school that much. It was like, because I was concentrated for like 30 minutes and then the other 40 minutes of class, I was like zoned out. I didn't know what was happening because I wasn't used to. Right now, I'm used to adapt it pretty quick. And I can say we have like more fun. Even though the school is harder, we have more fun after school and stuff because we almost never go back from school immediately. We go and drink coffee for like 15 to 30 minutes. We go like walk around the city because the school is in like the center of the city. Like when you go out to school, you're in the center and there's a lot of coffee shops, a lot of small shops like with small things. And then so we always like go around, buy something, sit down, drink a coffee and go play because there's a big like studio that has PCs and PlayStations and we will go there and play video games together. And if even school finishes at 12:30, we still go home at 3 p.m.
Yeah, and one thing is that like school here is like really easy, like as they said, because some things that I'm learning here, I've learned when I was in the 9th grade. So like it's easy, but sometimes it's hard because I don't remember. So I need to, oh my gosh, how did I do? And they teach in a different method as I learned. So sometimes I think, oh my gosh, let me remember how I used to do that because it was a couple years ago. So I need to remember, but yeah, it's...
For example,
I want to say something else, sorry, because I don't know if because they're from more developed countries that if they had Chromebooks back there, the Chromebook was a pretty different thing to me.
For real.
Actually, we had Chromebooks, but it's like not one for every student. It's like so I was in a small high school. So us in high school, it's 6 years, and it's 6 years of elementary school. We don't have middle school. So for those 6 years, we were 300 students. Not for every class, just like total in the high school. We were only 40 seniors. So yeah, But anyway, so we would have like maybe, let's say 30 Chromebooks for the whole school and maybe like 20 other computers for the whole school. And teacher would have to like rent them for a specific class so that we could use them. And that's how it worked. So now that we're using Chromebooks in Google Classroom, I was completely lost at first. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, same. Because in my school, because like I told you, I have like 6 or 7 subjects every day, and we have one book for each subject, and you need to have a notebook for what you write in school and for a notebook for homework. So my backpack will be like really heavy going to school. So here's just like work.
Yeah, same. And we really need to use lockers because, as he said, like for me, it's one book for each subject. So we really need to use lockers. And here, I know that. Like, it's really common, like lockers and everything that we see in movies, but people just don't use them here. And it would be really needed in Brazil, like lockers, because it's really heavy.
Some of us who went to high school 25 years ago carried books and used their lockers.
I was
But
just
yes,
going
it
to say
has
the
changed.
same thing. Yes. We had the same thing, one book for every subject, and you'd use your lockers and
Yeah, with a lot of the
Education
It used to be
I
that
talked-
way.
yes.
With a lot of the teachers I talked like that I finished high school like a long time ago, and when I say how was my school currently, and he would say, oh, that was my high school like 30 years ago. I was
Yes.
like, how far back is my country? Please tell me.
Can we talk about locker, please, too? Because it's so hard to unlock them. Like every time with Camille, we struggle a lot, and we always have to ask people.
The locker from my school is the same as this one that you guys have, like from Brazil. So, but I don't use them. Like, we have Chromebooks too in my school. Like, it's something new, but they're using Chromebooks. So I don't really need them. But I know it's difficult. I guess I've tried once to help you with your locker,
and we
but-
successfully failed.
Yeah, we failed. Yeah, and like I was gonna say that here, public schools, like this one is a public school, but in Brazil, like we need to pay for private ones because publics, they are not really good. So usually like it's privates and people who can't afford private ones just go to publics. So yeah, it's something that I don't know if for you it's the same thing if you go to public ones or it's private.
I go to public school.
My situation is a little bit weird because we have public school, we have public religious school. That's how I would translate it. And then you have private school. Private schools are usually in big cities and they're really expensive and you would wear like a uniform. And that's really like for the wealthier people. And then, so you have the public and then public religious. And I was like in the public religious. That doesn't mean that we went to like church or anything. It's just that we had religious classes, like 2 hours a week. We had like a religious class about, our religion and the main religion in Belgium. And the other type of school could choose if they would 2 hours of religious class or like moral or like civic engagement 2 hours a week. So my sister went into that high school and I went to that. So it's a little bit considered as like a private, but actually everybody can go in it. But yeah, if you're Muslim, usually you don't go to that kind of school because obviously you don't want to have 2 hours of religious class that aren't even your religion.
Yeah, and like I need to wear uniform. So here, like just I need to pick every day what I'm gonna wear. And in Brazil, like I need to wear uniform. So yeah, I guess she needs to wear uniforms too. I guess someone told me that. I don't remember actually.
I'm wearing a uniform because I'm in a special high school. Like they prepare us to be like in the hotelier, like
being a waiter and
Yes,
a
stuff
cooker.
like that.
So with you guys that wore uniforms, do you like it here in America where you can choose what you have to wear every day, or do you?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's better. Like, I take a while to choose like what I'm gonna wear because I really like fashion and this thing. So I usually think, oh my god, what I'm gonna wear, and then I take a little bit. I take a while to choose, but it's better. It's just better because uniforms they are not. I don't like them. It's usually people don't like them. So
I like wearing what I want, but I don't mind wearing a uniform. Like, I don't like my French uniform because it's bad quality. It's just for that.
Talking about uniforms, I would say that I don't know about their schools, but my school has a pretty strict dress code. So, for example, I can't come to school in shorts. I tried coming to my school one time in sweatpants and I got kicked out at the door. They were like, go change. I'm just saying, as a part of my culture, when I came here, it was surprising how kids dressed. And I just started dressing like that too, like become American. That's the whole experience here, to get a little bit of the American culture. So,
And I feel like here the high school is really less strict. Like they're trying to have every student to feel comfortable coming to school and like not put too much pressure on them, and just like having healthy, like mental health, like healthy student. That doesn't work like that to us. Like school rhymes with pressure all the time. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of work. You come home, you have a lot of homework all the time. They don't care if you have like 3 essays due the same day. They don't care. It's really, really hard. And it's either you swim, either you drown. I cannot. Thank you. So it's different. And plus in Belgium, like when my dad was in high school, they didn't even know the first name of their teachers, like just the last name, and they would never talk about them. Now it changed a little bit. Like we have some relationship with them. But that's really different from here because we owe them a huge respect. And here, sometimes I felt like the teacher was just a friend to the student, which can be great. But sometimes I feel like we lose that respect. But that's because I own such a huge respect to my teachers. So sometimes I was like kind of shocked. Like some students would call the teacher by their last name, but like just like say, let's say a teacher's name is Mayor. They would just say like, hey, Mayor, come here. I have a question. And I'm like, what? That's not possible in Belgium. It would be like, hey, Mr. Mayor, could you come, please? And stuff like that. That kind of shocked me sometimes.
It's the same in France.
Yeah.
it's not that bad. I know what they're talking about, but it's just the level of respect is more high for the teachers. And we don't have that much freedom in school to like talk about anything or everything with the teachers and stuff. Some of the teachers can be friends to us too, but it's not as free as it is. It's not like as, I could say like as free as here, because we need to like watch our words more, and we need to like be quiet during the class. Because as I said, if you like make some noise and you talk about friend, you get like, they tell you once, and if they tell you twice, you're out of the class.
And here, teachers really talk to you as a normal person. Because in Brazil, they would just go in the middle, go in the front of the class, teach what they need to teach, and we are just listening the whole class. We don't have like assignments in the middle of the class and everything. We just listen them talking for 45 minutes, and they leave. We don't change our classes. They go to our class. Like we have, it's like, for example, the 11th grade A. So they go to this class, and the teachers, they come to us, and we don't go to their classes. So it's something different. Like we don't walk. We stay in the same class every day, and they go to our class. They see us. So
That's interesting.
It can be dumb, but for example, at first I was shocked that people were waiting for the bell ring in front of the door. Like in France,
They're not supposed to do that.
Oh, sorry. Like in France, you have to wait until the bell rings.
That's
you
what's
cannot
supposed
stop
to happen.
the classes before.
And the teacher would always say, why are you like putting everything in your bag? I am the bell. And like
Yes.
the moment that you hear the bell, some people would continue to talk. And so some people would run out of the class and some other would stay because like the teacher is still talking. And sometimes it is really important. Like I remember my history teacher last year, she would do that. And one time she was so sick of the student like just going once the bell rings, that's disrespectful, like just going out when somebody's speaking, that she told us something, because I'm always staying because I'm anxious, so I'm always staying. And she put that in our test like the next 2 days. And people were like, no, you never said that. And she was like, yes, I did. And us, we are not graded every day about our assignments, like our daily assignments. Like here we have like 5 points for that assignment or 5 points there. So it's really easy to make up your grade. Us, we only have tests. And like for let's say for 2 months, we would, in some classes, we would always only have like 2 or 3 tests. And if you fail them, then you just fail them. And that's just, that's your fault. Like we saw everything we had to, you just had to study, you didn't. That's on you, that's not on me.
So it sounds kind of universal that your schools are more strict than here. What do you think is better for your learning?
I think like in my country it's more difficult, but the quality is better here. Like I think it's just separate things, like difficulty and quality. Like it's different. I think the quality is better. Teachers really support you, and they we have a counselor here that like can help you deciding things, helping you with classes and everything, and applying for universities, college. And we don't have this in Brazil. It's just like a director, and it's the same for everyone. They don't help you. It's you are on your own. You do what you have to do. We have tests, and it's that.
I feel like I'm learning more things in France, but I'm way more happier here. So like, yeah, I think the perfect thing will be a mix of both.
Yeah, I feel like mentally here, since I'm used to that hard work, mentally here I'm way more like healthy, because I used to be very anxious about my school because I need like academic validation. So it was really hard. And here it just the teacher is like, okay, no, you can do this. I'm here to help you and you can do this. Which, yeah, in Belgium or in your 3 schools, you're on your own. But I feel like, so in my school, I had like 10 hours of economics per week. So I saw like law stuff, I saw accountancy stuff, I saw a lot of stuff about like the economy. And here I took a general business class. And I feel like they saw what we saw, but they just saw like the main thing and they don't really go deeper, which in 4 years, I went way deeper in that. So I feel like my knowledge, I really master what I know. And here I feel like the people would just like say, oh yeah, I saw that in general business. Okay, and how would you use that? How does it really work? And they were like, oh, I don't know, I just saw that. So I feel like, yeah, the knowledge is deeper, but the mental health is way healthier here.
I would agree with her, because every time we finish school back home and you have to go, like you have to go home and you need to study even more than you studied in school. So even though my school ends at like 12:30 and we'll do some fun stuff until 3, when you go home, it's school time again. It's like really school time. You need to sit that. I had like a lot of sleepless nights just to get prepared for the next day, because even though no one said that there's a test, even though that no one said that there'll be any type of grading, they can do whatever they want. And if there's like, if like our class is 45 minutes, as I said, we finish everything in 30 minutes and there's 15 minutes left, there's grading in those 15 minutes. Like we're not wasting any time. And we're going by numbers from 1 to 5. 5 is the best, 1 is the worst. And if you have like 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, you'll still get like the lowest one, as I said. And here I like listen to a lot of teachers say your worst grade will be like off. Like for example, like in math class, like they can say like you have a lot of like tests that you do in assignments. Two worst grades will get off and the best ones will be in your grade. That's not a thing for us. So I'll say, but the mental health here is way more better. It's way better. And I would say that I feel more relaxed and more open to making new friends here, and more able to go to play sports, able to like just, and even have a time of my own, like just sit down, relax a little bit. And that's the thing that I needed, that I really needed here.
Yeah, I love the fact that we can get involved at school.
Yeah.
I'm involved in a lot of things, like in a musical. We had our opening night yesterday. It was awesome. I really loved it.
Awesome.
And I'm in the mock trial too. I'm in forensics, diversity club. I'm in the years book, and I really loved it. Like being involved in something, being a part of a group, and like just doing something. Because like school finished at 3 here. Like in France, it's finished like way more later. So I don't know what to do after school. And having the chance to get involved and do something after school, I really love it.
And also you feel like you really matter to the school. Like we're only exchange student. And I feel like I belong here like at school more than I was like last year. So yes, I was a good student and I had great relationships with my teacher. But I feel like here, even though I'm only here for 1 year and nobody knew me, I made a lot of friends and people were so welcoming. And I feel like, yeah, I belong here, even though I'm not really, like I will have to go home and start everything over again. But like, it's really interesting. And yeah.
Give yourself some credit for that too, because I know, Camille, you like jumped right into tennis practice one of your first days here. Sal, you jumped right into all of the things that you're doing too, right? So like you decided to engage too, which helps make you feel like you belong to. So you deserve some credit for taking advantage of the opportunities. Have you guys gotten involved in anything?
I'm a part of the basketball team and I'm in diversity club.
Awesome.
No, I'm not.
Not yet?
Because the sports that I play, like you don't have here. We have different sports in Brazil. Like I play beach tennis. It's like volleyball, but with a racket. So it's kind of different. But yeah, but I'll join diversity club. Just try to.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So I have a question for you guys. We talked a little bit about not seeing snow, and that was something you wanted to see while you were here. So if we could just go around the table, I would love to know, what is it that you still want to be able to see while you're still in America, whether it be like a big city like we had talked about, or something like snow or whatever. Like, what is it that you are really excited to still see while you're still in America?
Okay, so to get here, I'm with an American organization called NACEL. So I'm with them, and they organize trips all over the year. And they have a huge trip, like 7 days, to Hawaii. So I'm really excited about Hawaii because that, like, I saw pictures and I want to see that. I really
You will
want
love
to see
Hawaii.
that. I'm sure I will.
Okay, so I'm not with the same organization. I'm with IUSA, but they organize like travel like this too. And I wanted to go to Hawaii so bad, but it's so expensive. So I won't go, but I'm really excited if you're going and you will send me a picture.
So then what are you looking forward to seeing or doing?
I'm kind of excited for seeing everything. I love discovering new things and I love traveling, pretty landscape, and I'm really excited for snow too. When I heard the other day that it was snowing in Colorado right now, I was shocked.
You will see plenty of snow. Don't worry.
Thank you.
For me, it's snow. I've never seen snow, so I'm excited for that. But my organization, they have trips for New York and these places, so I really want to visit New York or something like that. It's a place that I really like and I really want to go. I'll try to do that.
I had a uncle that recently passed away in New Jersey, and my dad always used to, like, he got a visa for 10 years and he went with him to New Jersey, and they were in New York a lot, and I'll always get like a Yankees gear when he comes back and everything, and talking to him on the video call. My uncle was even the main reason I wanted to come to the United States and even apply for the program that I applied. Because I don't know about you guys, are you paying for your program, or is it already paid?
Unfortunately, we pay. I mean, if we're lucky, our parents can pay a lot of money, but I had to pay like a part of it.
So for me, it's like a scholarship, and I don't get like the trips from the organization that they have, because my scholarship is only like, I get like money for being here. I get like food from host parents. I get a place to live, and I get a school, if supplies and stuff, whatever I need for the program. And me and my host parents organized a trip to New York in March, which I'm really excited about because I've always loved in New York. And I've always loved Jay-Z and his song, Empire State of Mind, and always listened to it. And now being there and seeing what Jay-Z is talking about, the big lights in the city, will be really good.
Yeah, for me, it's the same thing. Like, they're providing food and everything, but like trips and these things are like, I pay for it, like it's on my own. So it's kind of the same thing that Kosta said.
Yeah, so to give you some example, to come here, only like paying, so I went through a Belgium organization, and then the Belgian organization like gave my application to the American organization that I am with right now. So I paid my Belgian organization, and they split that money between them. And so I paid like 14 grand for 10 months. And actually it's like 9.5. It's just the school year. They split that, and then like I still have to pay for the trips that I want to do. I still have to pay. You have some fees that you don't really consider when you think about coming here. So yeah, it's really expensive, and I'm lucky because my dad paid most of it. And I also have a scholarship from my country, which is like 4 grand. So it's way easier like to have those financial aids, but that's just like a huge opportunity to me. But not everyone can do this. So that's why I also surprised that there's a lot of exchange student, because like I saved money for like 4 years.
So the thing for me, and I don't know if Giovanna has the same thing, the thing for us is that it's not our, like, it is our wish and will to come here, but they invite us for a scholarship. So for example, for me, I'm in a worldwide organization that occupies 56 countries in the Yes and Flex program. And you apply to it, and from every country, only 19 kids go. And I'm happy that I got selected as one of those kids, and I got like the full scholarship. So I see that they're paying like maybe not even a lot, but they're still paying. And like this program is made for the kids just to experience and not spend any money. And then we go back and do like trips. I need to go to DC in February, and just we share like the program point is to meet new people, to expand your culture while learning another culture. And that's why I thought this podcast will be a good thing for us and for you guys too, for us, so we can share about specific things about our country for you to learn, and then us go out in school, go out to the football games, talk to people, and learn about the American culture too. Because I think there's difference in everything, and it's good to know a lot of stuff because knowledge is power.
So that's a great segue into the question, what's one thing you're going to take from this experience back with you?
I'm going to take home all my memories and the good time that I spent here. Like, it's been only 3.5 months that I've been here, but it's been so much memories. And I'm so lucky to end up in my host family where I am right now, because I'm really getting along with my host mom, and I'm happy with her. And like everything, it's great, it's good, and I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm happy, and that's what's matter.
For me, I think if we're talking about like material stuff, it would be like, yeah, all my memories. So I was a homecoming court this year for the tennis team. So I had like my tiara, I have my sash. So of course I will take that back home because I'm so proud of it. And if we're talking about like non-material stuff, I would say that I found like an American family that is awesome. I consider like their children as my brothers. Like literally, I'm really surprised, but I get along with them so well. So I will definitely like have them come visit me. And here I was like, okay, I don't know anyone and I might never see them again once I go back in Belgium. So let's just be 100% true to myself and let's just see where it goes. And now I'm 100% true to myself. I have friends. I am like really fulfilled. So I will definitely take that back home.
I'm really happy to have ended up with Camille too, because it's crazy story, guys. We met each other in Chicago. We were in the same plane from Belgium to Chicago. And I saw her in Belgium one time, and I saw her again in Chicago, in front of the Appleton door before the plane. So I was like, "Hey, excuse me, are you an exchange student?" And she was another girl, and they were like, "Yeah, we're both an exchange student." So we start to talk, and I was like, "Yeah, where are you going to school?" And she was like, "Oh, I will go to Kaukauna." I was like, "Wait, Kaukauna High School?" So we end up in the same school, and we get along so well. And I feel like we were made to meet each other.
But you said that you wouldn't normally, if you were back in your home countries, become friends. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Okay, so soccer is a big thing, all over the world, not only in Europe. It's a huge thing. I think it's a religion to some people, and so we have differences because French people think that they're better than everyone else, and Belgian people also think that they're better than the French people. So we're like, yeah, no, we don't like them. And one time for I think it was the Euro Cup.
Yes, and we won.
You see, it was in 2018, and they're still telling us that. So just don't do that anymore. And they kind of cheated, but that's just me.
We didn't.
Yes, you did.
Even if you ask me, I think French is better.
You what?
Soccer-wise.
You traitor.
It's like a funny competition. It's like with brother and sister. You are rude with them. You get in conflict with them, but you still love them. It's how we feel with a lot of country in Europe.
It's like the Packers and the Vikings.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you don't actually love the Vikings, so
We don't.
We don't. No.
Yeah, because
Correct.
we actually do love them, but we don't say it because we are too proud.
that's the biggest thing in Europe. Rivalry is a big thing. Every country, because you're here, are United States, and you have states. But in Europe, it's countries, and every country tries to be the best at everything. So, and I think it's a good thing. And I think it's a good thing. Everybody loves to compete, and competition is what makes everyone great. So.
Okay, so what are some things that you guys are going to take back with you after this experience?
As they said, memories. I mean, I've been dreaming with this for a long time. Since I was a child, I always wanted to come here and experience high school. I always saw this, I used to see this in movies and everything. So it's sometimes I just feel am I dreaming or something? Is it really happening? But yeah, memories, friendships, and everything. I feel like all your feelings here are even harder. All the connections that you make, friends and everything. And this is really important for me. And I think I'm growing as a person because in Brazil, I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm shy, but for example, in the middle of classes and everything, I wouldn't just talk. And here I talk. I talk to teachers and everything. And I really participate in classes. So I think I'm growing as a person here, and this is really important for me, not for me as a person, because I'm growing and I'm being better than myself. And I think Giovanna for a year ago wouldn't imagine that I'm living this and I'm having this opportunity and everything is going really well. So this is important for me.
So back to the question that what I will bring back, it's some of my Kaukauna gear, and I'll frame it in my room to remember of all the good stuff that happened in Kaukauna. Because as she said, being here is a real blessing for each and every one of us. And I don't think that kids in this school realize how important this is to us, and sometimes how hard it can be being an exchange student because you're so far away from home. You're such in a different culture. You don't know, and we come here blinded. You don't know if people accept you. You don't know how you will fit in. We just come and we just do our own thing. And I think that this is a big success for every kid, and it's every kid's dream. I speak in the name of all of us as we say that we're blessed and happy to be here, and even more blessed being in Kaukauna High School.
Yeah.
Well, we are super glad to have you. We're glad you're having a great experience. And thank you for everything that you're teaching, not only us through this podcast, but just by being here and interacting with people and getting to learn about other countries and your cultures. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you to you.
You're
All right.
welcome.
That's it for this episode of Ghost Stories. For more, you can subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, it is a great day to be a ghost.